On a chilly December afternoon, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Paul Brown Stadium in Cincinnati, Ohio. The enthusiasm of this Cincinnati crowd in full effect a moment ago as their Bengals took the field to the delight of this sold-out crowd. And they're all set as they'll match up with the Cleveland Browns. Here we go. The final week of the NFL season. Week 17 is underway. Fairly short kick taken at the 14 here. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up. Past the 30.
At their own 32-yard line.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now the first carry for Ty Montgomery. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
On 2nd down, Montgomery. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on 2nd down and short. What I like to say?
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
No, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. Mayfield looks to throw. This is Johnson. He's got it. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
1st down, Browns.
Set, 180. Right there, 54 Mike. All day, every day, any day.
Mayfield now looking to throw on 1st down. Open man is Higgins. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards.
And the Browns, 1st down.
Baker Mayfield, in all likelihood, is going to be seeing a lot of these Cincinnati Bengals in the coming years, twice this season. And he got off to a great start last year as a rookie against Cincinnati. 7 touchdown passes, no interceptions, and 2 wins. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 41. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12.
Nice methodical opening drive here. They're already into field goal range. They're in a good spot. You know that people like to take a shot in this part of the field. But at the same time, as methodical as they've been, they might want to run the ball a little bit here too.
And just on the outskirts of the red zone, they have options now. Either way, though, they've come out with a purpose. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. Well, sometimes when you try to defend OBJ, you're going to get a PI call.
You might get a PI called at just about any point during his route. And I think a lot of teams have taken the whole philosophy of, hey, just go ahead and do what you have to do and hope eventually they'll quit calling it. But not in this case. They dropped the flag for the pass interference.
Following the penalty, Montgomery. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. This running game so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Ty Montgomery with touchdown number 8 on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Dawson tacks on the point after, and it's now a 7-0 game. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go! At their own 19-yard line.
So here's Dalton and the Bengals now, 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Bravo! Watch the curve! Watch the curve! Fofo's the Mike. Mike's Fofo. Record!
Dalton here from the gun. And the catch good. It's Eifert.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Now a first carry for Giovanni Bernard. And this Browns defense coming to life. They get him behind the line for a second straight play. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
It's now 3rd down and 6.
Hands up! Green 18! 44. Time to go, night. Nice. 44 is the Mike. 44 is the Mike.
From the gun, Dalton looks to throw, and Eifert has it. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a first down.
Let's go.
Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
Snap came at 1. Now here's Dalton. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Greedy Williams, the rookie from LSU.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
Here's Mayfield. He'll get that complete to the tight end, Harris. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Montgomery on the counter. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
2nd and 4 at the 32-yard line.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Squeeze, double. Showing it.
The toss play to Montgomery. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Getting the sense, Charles, are going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far is working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. And that will be incomplete. They couldn't hook up on what's going to be the final play of this first quarter. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second and 10 now from the 27. Now a give running right is Montgomery. And some space here. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Ty Montgomery. His second touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. Dawson able to connect on the extra point. And that'll make the score 14-0.
14.
Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. That'll be taken in the end zone. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
Regular. 53.
Hey, seam 6.
Out of the gun, it's Dalton. Underneath, this is Bernard. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back.
Hey, here we go. Check hot route.
Dalton, 1st and 10. He'll set up the screen. This is Williams. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
Hands up. Lead.
53 is the mark. Tighten up.
Here you go, Cam.
53 is the mark.
Here's Dalton. Green brings it in. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down. Green last year had the lowest numbers of his career output-wise, 694 yards, 6 touchdowns. But, of course, there was a reason for that. He was battling a toe injury the second half of the season. And, boy, did the Bengals miss his presence. They limped to the finish line, losing 7 of their last 8. They are happy to have him back and healthy. Andy Dalton now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. Fakes the give to Bernard. Dalton. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Dalton off play action. He sets to fire deep. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Morgan Burnett. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
The Browns drive about to get started. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, that could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
A nickel look now for the Bengals as they try to stop him here on 3rd down. To throw, Mayfield. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. The Bengals drive about to get going. The partner just looking at some of the struggles they've had this season. The playoffs are not in their future. As they start to peer toward the offseason, what moves might they make?
I think the running back position, and I know we talk all the time about the NFL being a passing league, but the teams that run the ball effectively, they're the ones that go deep into the playoffs and go to the Super Bowl. They have to upgrade here. And you and I both know in recent years in the draft, people have shied away from taking a runner early. But if there's that special one there, I say they go get him.
53 is the mic. 53. Check 53. I'm coming.
Hey, Haywood.
Coming. 53 is the mic. 53 is the mic. You don't want this.
1st and 10 for Dalton. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. On 2nd down, Anderson. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Hands up, ladies.
44. You don't want none, baby. You don't want none. Hey, here you go.
93, 52, 93, 44, 44. Here you go.
44 is the mic. I'm coming for you, son. I'm coming for you, son. Motion, motion, motion. Reset, reset, reset. Football's the mic.
3rd down, a shot here for Dalton. And he can't hang on to it. Nearly picked. He's known for his hands defensively, but instead it just brings up fourth down. So on fourth down, on comes the left-footed punter, Kevin Huber, to punt it away. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. The Browns drive about to get started. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. You talked about the need for them to establish the run early. They've been able to do that here in the first half.
And that means that the whole offense has adopted that attitude and that persona. We're going to take care of this young quarterback. Let's all get together and run it and take the pressure off.
Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. Mayfield. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So flag for the contact, pass interference.
And I know that you're going to look at me and roll your eyes, and rightfully so, because you know what I'm going to say. Doesn't the defender have a right to the football as well?
No, I don't like defenders.
That's because you spend too much time with me. Okay, I'll side with you on this one. Here's the correct call.
First down, Mayfield. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
I'm laughing to myself because I could just hear in film session. But, Coach, I was throwing it to Odell Beckham Jr. Of course I thought he was open.
They'd love to go deep downfield to him, though. Such a threat.
Yeah, a rare incompletion because most of the time we expect him to actually come up with the catch.
On 1st and 10, Mayfield. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. Geno Atkins in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Mayfield finding Beckham, and he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 32-yard line. First down, here's the run with Montgomery. And only able to get 2 here, stopped at the 30. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Tight end right, tight end right. Everyone got 4 down.
Mayfield down. And he's got this one complete to Callaway. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half.
180. 2 right here.
Get him.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and that'll make it a 2nd down. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Mayfield. Flushed out right. And the catch made by Johnson. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we'll head down to Orlando. That's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. That's fielded in the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line.
Let's go.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get...
It got his man complete. That one good for 37 yards. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well and get a few stops.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Guys, it's game situation. Let's go.
Hey, wahoo!
So Dalton now. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by the linebacker, Joe Schobert. He's got daylight. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Browns defense has a touchdown. Now remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Olivier Vernon brings him down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Dalton. Under heavy pressure, and down goes Dalton on the sack. Larry Ogunjobi in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Here's Kevin Huber now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. That's taken on the 25. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They go play action. Mayfield. They'll let this go for the end zone. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
When teams take shots at the end zone, you got to defend it the same way you would defend the first down sticks. You defend the goal line exactly the same way. They can't cross that. You play through the receivers. And on that play, that's exactly what they did and batted it away.
And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just one target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him. Find him.
On second down, it's Montgomery. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. Dre Kirkpatrick, the cornerback, up to make the stop.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
180.
54 Mike. Crunch time, defense.
Go.
54. Mike, 54.
Mayfield from the gun on third down. This is caught. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times, because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connect.
And he takes this one in for a Brown score. Ty Montgomery taking it in. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. He keeps carrying the ball into the end zone, and in this one, he's sort of carrying the team on his back.
He's the reason that they lead right now, no question about it. And you talk about on his back, he's not minding the extra weight at all, is he? Carrying that just as lightly as he does the football. Yeah, what a great performance so far.
Those 3 touchdowns, it's got him in the lead. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And 3 and out on the last drive. No points on the scoreboard. A little soul-searching now.
I would say so, and they need to help out their defense a little bit. They've had to be on the field a lot more than normal, put them in some tough spots. But what's the old adage? When you get another chance, it gives you a better chance to do it right.
Now Dalton with a 1st and 10. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off around the 37. And a terrific return there. They're finally able to corral him down near the 11-yard line. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Browns take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Dawson tacks on the point after, and the lead will swell by 1 more. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by the former first-round pick, Demarius Randall. And he'll score. Touchdown, Browns. This D wanting to put it away before we even get to the fourth quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
Dawson able to connect on the extra point, and the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And they gave up the pick six, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up. But you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. They run it again with Anderson. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
You ain't doing nothing today. 368.
58.
Hey, Zoo.
58 is the mic. Hey, let's get in them holes. Hey, 58 is the mic. Go 58 is the mic.
Watch the slats. Watch the slats.
From the gun, Dalton. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. John Ross, the one he was looking for. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
3 buzz, 3 buzz, 3 buzz.
Throwing again. Dalton. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 42. 1 quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Andy Dalton now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
Following the penalty, it's Williams. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain there on 1st and 5, and it leaves them with a more standard 2nd down.
Second down at the Browns' 37.
Play action here with Dalton. Got his man, it's Eifert. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. 12 yards there and a first down. Andy Dalton now 8 of 17 so far, under 50%. A first down run, good for about 3. 2nd and 7 coming up. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
61. Match box white.
From the 22, Dalton. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. The Bengals on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Dalton here from the gun. And now here is another interception. Picked up by the linebacker, Joe Schobert. And he will take it out to the 25-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirt.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Again, they'll go ground with Montgomery. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Credit the sack to Brandon Marshall.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. The throw on the quick slant going to be complete. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
What terrifies defenses when they see slant routes thrown is that the receiver is on the move, and oftentimes he catches it and gets upfield. Does a really nice job rallying to him and stopping him for a minimal gain.
On 3rd down, they go Montgomery. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And he's going to get this into enemy territory at the 45. A good play there as the Browns strike for 16 and a first down.
First down, Cleveland.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Mayfield throwing quickly out to Beckham. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Let's pin the mirrors back and go full.
On 2nd down, Johnson. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Well, they're going to get about 3 here out of this first down run, and that'll bring up 2nd and 7. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 27-yard line.
So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they look to salt this one away. On the carry, it's Montgomery. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. 22 yards there, a first down.
I've got an idea. Let's skip racing to the airport at the end of this game. Let's go to the post-game press conference. I have a feeling that the quarterback of this winning team is going to be given a whole lot of credit.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Extra point try now for Dawson. Now, this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself.
Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. A big-time run there by Anderson, 75 yards.
First down and goal to go.
Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a first-and-goal situation. They'll run it with Williams. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
On for the point after is Randy Bullock. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And this fake extra point attempt failed big time. Not only did they not get it, they went backwards.
Let me go ahead and show my age a little bit. I liked it when they would fake it from the 3-yard line, right? When you line up, go ahead and, oh, there's a fake, and he's going to get 2. That's great. But from the 15, the risk-reward, it's just not there.
It's so risky to get 15 yards on a fake. Well, you see the result right there.
Yeah, I know these young whippersnappers are trying to do different things in this game, but let's go back to old reliable. Kick the ball through the post.
Get off my lawn.
That's darn right.
The Browns drive about to get started. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
We got 3.
On third down, it's Montgomery, and he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. Now the Bengals going to signal for their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. Here's Ryan Allen now as he'll kick it away for the second time. That'll go as a punt of 32 yards. And control of the football switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in a game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now a give. Running right is Anderson. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
A loss of 1 brings up 3rd down and 11.
A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory, and the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week, we'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points, allows them to